Welcome Raider Nation and my champions. And this video will be part one of my review of the Allegiant Stadium Tour. Now, as you know, we were supposed to do a live stream on this last week. Some situations beyond my control happened and that couldn't take place. In addition, they did not allow any kind of video footage within the stadium itself. However, I did take some videos outside, and I'll be showing you those in these two parts of this review, as well as a lot of pictures within. And I'm going to go over each section and show you our brand new stadium. So when you come up to visit, this is going to be the first thing you see right off the 15 freeway, our brand new home for the Raiders here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now you have the Strip on one side of the freeway and our stadium on the other. And it's a very massive, awesome looking stadium, worthy of the nickname Death Star. It's on approximately 62 acres of land. It cost nearly $2 billion to build. It can seat anywhere from 65 to 72,000 people for a game, depending on the configuration. So now that we've seen the outside of it, why don't we go and take a look inside? Now, the first stop of the tour might be the most significant. Now, we've had the tradition of the torch both in LA and in Oakland, and they've continued it on here in Las Vegas. Now, this torch here is 85 foot tall. It is the largest 3D printed object in the world, and it's pretty awe-inspiring. As you can see here, it's a couple levels worth here. So when you're at the top level, you can see out and see the Strip. You have a nice view there, and then underneath you see a lot more of the details at the base, including right here where everybody who lights the torch signs on the side of the torch itself. And the first person to actually light the torch was Carol Davis, wife of Al Davis. So very nice, very awe-inspiring. The only thing I could say as far as the knock would go is it would have been nice to have actual fire here instead of like an LED type light, but likely given safety reasons they couldn't do that, especially with it enclosed. Now, if you do a 180 from where you're standing next to the torch, you get to see a beautiful view of the interior of the stadium and the field itself here. And per usual, as you would expect, there's a lot of indications for Al here in the stadium, not just with the torch. As you can see here, the running boards, some of the other signage. They have a nice large screen here. When I was on the studio tour itself, they were showing one of the hockey playoff games, but I'm sure they could show replays here, etc. And then you can kind of see a panoramic view here. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let me do video. That's kind of the one knock, but you can see how large and kind of awe-inspiring it really is. And as I went through the tour and had different vantage points and different views from different heights, there's really not a bad seat in the house in here either. Now, as you walk along the hallway there from the torch itself to get into the interior of the stadium, you see roughly about 5 foot tall plaques, and they represent all of the Raiders who ended up in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Very nice. The pictures really don't do them justice, to be honest. And they also included some of the players who did don the silver and black, but were probably more noteworthy for other teams, you know, like James Lofton, Ronnie Lott, Ron Mix. But very impressive. The lighting of it is very good too. Unfortunately, it doesn't really turn out as well in the pictures as I would have liked, but very nice. I would highly recommend checking that out when you're there. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is what I call Raider art. Now, they have various murals all over the stadium in various levels, including outside of the suites. And there's basically three categories of art here. Obviously, the first one would be Raider images. So you see, pictures here of Old Man Willie, goes to the post, you know, and various other items here that you can see in imagination, kind of like the Road Warrior here. The second category, which makes sense, is Vegas related. So they have like various performers, you know, that have been in Vegas a long time. And then the third one is kind of a mismatch of the two, and I'm going to show you an example of that right now. So here you have kind of a pop art here of Elvis Presley and Marilyn Monroe in Raiders type attire. These were over some of the escalators going down to the lower levels. So they're playing off both the kind of the Vegas show business and obviously the Raiders image here, and it kind of blends pretty well. As you see here, you know, Tom Flores after winning Super Bowl 18. So that would be something I would like to do and to see more of those. I probably obviously didn't get to see all of them, but it's something to look at, you know, not just a standard Raider thing. So I think they did a good job of blending in both genres there. Now I'd be remiss without including the Champions Club section here, section C134. Now this is a club kind of area. Now they do have a bar. I didn't take a picture of that. It's just a bar, but they have it on both sides, and it's just kind of a hub between the press area, the locker room area. The players don't necessarily come out of this gate, but they could come out to the pressers or come out, you know, after they've changed. You know, VIP type people can come here and come right through to the field level from this area. It's a very nice area. Again, very awe-inspiring, and they have, you know, obviously some of the photos from the traditions of the Raiders winning Super Bowls in the past. So again, if you have a chance, go ahead and come through here. Now this concludes part one of my tour review of Allegiant Stadium. Now there's plenty more to be looking at in part two to look forward to, such as the locker room area, the Raiderette locker room, the press area, and of course the field section, and a few surprises in addition to that. So if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching and supporting this channel, and as always, go Raiders.